We're about to dig in over our heads. Come along with me so you can see what this is all about. I'm going to tell you about this giant hole that's in our front yard in the ground, but first I want to show you my free find. Yesterday, me and little Gary were running around and we come across some tree trimmers. I stopped, rolled down my window and said, "Hey, do you need a place to put your wood chips?" And they said, "Sure, do you got one?" I said, "I've got a place for all the wood chips you can bring me." The very next day, today, they brought out 2 loads of wood chips for me and they said they have more coming. While I had him out here, there were a couple of trees in front of the farmhouse that Jesse lives in that needed to come down. The maple trees were rotted all the way through the center, and it was just a matter of time till one of them landed on either in the road or on the house. The very first thing that I'm going to use these wood chips for is to get the Lizzie's pin looking nice. I'm not sure where Jay got it, but man, I love it.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift and hope that you'll take it into her side.
Works great until it gets wet and then it gets muddy and then my eggs are dirty whenever I get them out of the nest. I'm hoping that these wood chips will help remedy that problem. Did you guys notice that my door swings out now instead of in? Back when we got the snow and it was freezing every night, the chickens would scratch their straw down to the front of this door, and it got to where I couldn't get it open. So that's a lesson that I've learned that I can pass on to you. When you build your chicken coop, build it with the door going out. That way you can always get to your chickens. Here I am in the greenhouse. If you guys didn't see that video, it's the last video that I put up showing you how we went about building the greenhouse. I'm learning as I go. I'm having some failures and not too many successes right now, but I'm hoping to get better at it. It's just really, really hot in here, guys. When I walked in here, it was 120 degrees. So I have to be really careful and get these windows open and the door open. I want to try to maintain as much warmth in here as I can today because tonight is supposed to be 27 degrees. I took all of my plants out of the farmhouse and brought them down here, and I may have done that too early. The Buckeyes are coming up. I'm really excited to have the Buckeye trees. The elderberries are doing good. You may see a little bit of brown on them. I'm not sure if that is from me putting a smoker in here with real low coals on it. I'm not sure if I poisoned them or if it went ahead and got too cold one night last week and froze them. I'm not sure what I did to them, but I'm learning. My peas are loving it here in the greenhouse. I really hope that this is our last cold snap that we're going to have to deal with. Hopefully after this, spring will finally be here. Hey, if you guys are enjoying my videos, won't you hit that like button and leave a comment. Let me know that you've been here. Also, subscribe to my channel and share my videos. That's the best way that you can help support me so I can continue to bring you videos. All this dirt that you see behind me came out of the big hole that you saw me in a minute ago. Jay and I were out looking at material prices because we are getting ready to build an outdoor kitchen. We kind of got slowed down on that when we realized that the price of metal is almost doubled and the price of lumber is just through the roof. And we're beginning to realize that the price of gas and diesel is going up. And we wanted to try to focus on getting our excavation work done before we worked on the lumber and the metal part of our job, hoping maybe the prices will come back down by the time we get to that spot. So we called Strickland Excavating out, and the price was very reasonable. I'm sure it's going to go up as the gas prices go up, and we wanted him to level us off a spot so that we could start pouring the footings for our foundation. While I was at it, I had him go ahead and level off a spot for the outdoor kitchen. And the plans for where we were putting the outdoor kitchen has changed because our excavator was worried about runoff. Yeah, he wanted to be able to make a slope, and above the greenhouse we just wouldn't have had the room to do that. You saw in the last video where Jesse was out clearing out a nature area, and that's going to be behind you where you are right now into the woods. That's the direction that our outdoor kitchen is going, and I'm standing on the spot where we're putting it. It's going to be close to the house, and it seems like it's going to be right on the house, but you have to remember that this area right here is going to get backfilled. We're not using that entire space to do our cabin. So there will be distance between the cabin and the outdoor kitchen, and I kind of like the idea better because I can put an overhead walkway from the cabin to the kitchen. Now you can see that it took quite a bit of dirt out of the side of this hill to make a spot that would be level. That is how much of a grade that we are on, and you don't realize it until you start trying to figure out how level is. If we had not dug down, I think it's about 4 feet there, maybe a little more. If we had not dug down 4 feet, then this end over here would have had to have been something like 10 or 15 feet tall. And as you guys can see here, we are on solid rock. I mean, he had to bust up rock. You can look over here and see a lot of that is busted up rock, busted up limestone rock. So we have a very solid place to put our foundation. Because of all that clay and all of the rock, and you can see the layers if you look over to this direction here, you can see the different layers, and you can see how much actual growing topsoil there is not very much, and then it goes into the sandstone type stuff, then it goes into the red clay, and then it goes back into the limestone again. This is why I've decided to do all container gardening, and if you guys did not see my last video, you can see how we put this garden in. I did put out a video on that. Hopefully everything that's in here is going to survive. If not, it's just another learning experience. I still cannot get these seeds to sprout. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It is a challenge to try to get work done on the homestead and build YouTube videos. I'm really happy because I know that I'm documenting our journey for our kids and our grandkids so they can look back and see how we done it. I've got plenty of work that needs to be done still before I can even begin to plant in my outdoor garden. And in the future, you're going to see some videos on how I went about getting my soil for my containers. Thank you all. My subscribers just keep going up. Don't forget, I'm going to give away a t-shirt in May if I have reached 200 subscribers. And I'm almost there, guys. If you're interested in winning a free t-shirt, and it doesn't matter if you've entered one of these contests before, go ahead and enter again. Send an email that says, I want a t-shirt to homesteadrewind@gmail.com. I guess that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Love and peace to everyone.